welcome to 49ers in 5, your daily update on everything happening with the team that you need to know. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera. Today is Tuesday, August 22nd, 2023. Here's what's happening with your San Francisco 49ers. The Niners held the first of 3 practices that they'll have this week. Yesterday, nothing major to report, which, let's face it, with this team is probably good news. Brock Purdy only threw 3 incomplete passes all practice, but one of those was actually an interception on a screen pass that got returned by Drake Jackson. See, it happens to everybody. George Kittle, Elijah Mitchell, Dre Greenlaw, Khalil Davis, Drake Jackson, and Javon Kinlaw were all back, but Kittle and Greenlaw did not participate in team drills. Still, that is a positive sign. Next up, for the audio portion of the show, Steve Wilks met the media yesterday, and he was pleased with how his defense bounced back against the Broncos.
Start out by saying, man, it was great to get a win on Saturday, all right, to see the guys bounce back. One thing we never question is our physicality and our effort. We felt like we had better execution on Saturday. Still some things we need to improve on, need to work on. But very pleased of how we started the game with our starters, and then most importantly, how we finished.
One spot on that defense people have not been happy with lately, and that includes Kyle Shanahan, is at nickel corner, where Isaiah Oliver continues to have problems. We actually saw Deommodore Lenoir rotate in with him during the game on Saturday. Steve Wilks, what's going on at nickel corner?
It's open just like every other position. I'm very pleased with where we are, and just to indulge a little bit of information, and don't get in the habit of listening to this or thinking that I'm gonna do this every time. But we're very pleased with where Oliver is. We brought him in for a reason. This league is all about matchups, so I've never been a part of anything like this to have this kind of depth. I've been on teams where we're waiting to see exactly the last preseason game of who gets cut, and everybody's looking at this particular team trying to pull from. So to have the options that we have, not only at the nickel position, but across the board, linebacker as well as D-line, is a luxury. And again, with the matchups that we're going to face, Oliver's going to be in there, Demo may be in there based off who we're playing. We continue to just trying to find a perfect mix. So I think that's the key thing, and that's the reason why you saw Demo in there last week.
Not really sure I'm buying that one. Look, if you have to rotate guys in and out, that just means you don't have one guy that can handle everything. So I never like a rotation. I feel like it's never a good sign. I feel like Steve Wilks feels like his guy, Isaiah Oliver, is sort of under attack a little bit. He seemed a little defensive to me, but I fully admit maybe that's just my own bias. We always give you one thing to read, one thing to watch, and one thing you might have missed. One thing to read on this Tuesday, Peter King stopped by 49ers training camp, as he does pretty much just about every year. Had a long conversation with Kyle Shanahan about what else? The quarterbacks. Kyle had a couple of very interesting quotes in that article. If you want to read it, just click the link in the description of this episode. One thing to watch. You've heard me say it before. JT O'Sullivan's quarterback breakdowns are excellent. He did Trey Lance for a second straight week. I highly recommend you go to his YouTube channel and check it out. Sometimes I think he can be a little hyperbolic, but for the most part, there is good stuff there. Again, go to the QB School YouTube channel or click the link in the description of the program. See what we do for you here? I'm just saying, we make it easy. It's your one-stop shop. One thing you may have missed, the Niners added a couple of players, one wide receiver, one running back. The wideout is former second-round pick Anthony Miller, who was originally drafted by the Bears. The running back is Brian Hill, who actually rejoins the 49ers for a second time. He was a Niner in 2021, which seems like a long time ago. That's a wrap on today's 49ers in 5. Please rate, review, and follow the Gold Standard Podcast Network. Enjoy your Tuesday, everybody. Bully Ball is up today with Steph Sanchez and Jason Aponte. They are going to be live early morning edition on the Gold Standard YouTube channel, 8 a.m. Pacific time. We hope you'll join us. But if you're not there live, don't worry. It'll be there for you waiting all day long. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera. We'll talk tomorrow.